it's chaotic, yeah, once you get to those money hard points, you need to start to lock in time. So we'll see what we get. Spart, of course, on your screen early. He has been, well, dominant in challengers. He's done this before, come into a team that's really struggled and found a way to win a championship. And how about the re-debut for Spart? A 3-0 kickoff, and that'll be enough for Boston to get into the time for P1.
Sparty Supreme making his re-debut back into the league. A lot of fans supporting him. The Bush all right behind him on his debut here for the Breach. Starts off 3-1, finds a lot of success early on towards the statue, and that's what's leading currently to good time here for Boston. You were keeping the Ravens on the back, but they want to get at least aggressive towards the people, but not too aggressive to flip themselves out. But now kills going their way. They have the rotation.
Yeah, kind of stucks them in the mud a little bit. Sticks them in the mud, stuck them in the mud. One of the two, maybe the combination of both of them. There's a seed, gonna push out the hard point, find himself one. Finesse, little wiggle, little dance, nasty. Urge will find the shutdown, and Boston will supplant Carolina in the hard point.
The team kill doesn't help. You had the numbers to fight through the front if you were the Ravens, but Craze, unfortunately, team nades his teammate, and then you lose those numbers, and Boston still have the spots to lock this one down. So Nasty at 6-3. Spart on the back end, watching the OE. This has been a flawless setup from Boston. They are still running up the score.
Yeah, are you a little bit surprised to see that Boston's still actually sticking with this 2-2 setup here? Because we've seen a lot of teams on the break especially move over to a third SMG, but so far Boston happy to allow Spart and Nasty to still run that AR throughout every single moment to this point.
Definitely want to allow the new players to be comfortable on maps that they are not familiar with this kind of lineup. So just get everyone to guarantee their kills might be the answer for success, but early off the rotation for Craze, he's able to line up 3. So now there's only one player here to try to contest you in Snoopy. He's valuing his life. Craze gonna go for the child. Give me all.
Rotation, Boston setting up for a full break from the front. At least initially that's the case. Purge taking a lot of damage as he contests the hard point. Nasty's able to win not just 1, but 2. Now the flank is on the way around the back. Spart should be good for 1, but Nero somehow turns that into a double, and Nero off screen able to turn that into 3. Purge last one left. Lurqxx trying to clean him up. What a moment from Nero to help Carolina hold in what looked to be a very successful Boston flip.
Yeah, that would have been a bad time to lose that HP because Breach have yet to lose the side of the map that they want for the P4. But Nero single-handedly is able to make the play happen for the Ravens. Keep themselves still into the mix. Going to be down by 20 by losing this final 10 and losing the rotation over.
And now it's about setting themselves up. Purge will be the first to drop for Boston setup though. Now an opportunity with numbers, potentially flood, but trophy systems galore, able to keep most of Boston's setup safe. Exceed gets himself 2. Purge last one left coming off that staggered spawn, but he gets dropped by Nero, and that's a pretty solid break from Carolina.
Yeah, it's a great break from Carolina, but they still have the pressure right in front of them because Boston are going to be over towards yellow. Craze holding down mid lobby, is able to find his second kill. You're hoping that your teammates can trade out the rest, but it's going 1 for 1 until Lurqxx is the final man standing. So the Ravens make the most of this P4 from the front, hold it down for at least 35 seconds to keep themselves in the mix, but now it's a battle for statue.
That's a W break in terms of efficiency for Carolina, all things told.
Some of these respawns, I remember all of last week, he's always having a stinker to start it off, but he needs to be that consistent X factor for this team to always stand a chance, especially on maps like Colossus. But this is why you're bringing a new guy who's trying to hold down statue control before he gets taken down, trying to give you more slaying prowess, but Snoopy needs to get activated.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things of picking the right battles, it feels like, for Snoop right now. So he will win a hard point battle, get himself a little bit of time here for Boston, still up just barely. Now on rotation, Purge first one here, good entry. Does he get a 2? Yes, he does. That's a huge kill, plus a follow-up from Spart behind that. Nero just trying to stay alive and block. Not gonna happen. Carolina spawn out. Boston have the hill for now.
Yeah, and this has been Boston's hill so far throughout this entire game. Top mid, you alleviate the pressure from the front, but we're challenging them when it's unnecessary, so you're giving Ravens a chance, but you're still holding it for Breach.
Yeah, a couple of staggered spawns now starting to get on through, but Carolina are battling. Let's see how Boston try to calm through this as they will be broken, and we'll jump to a breach. Listen it.
Ja, steeds niet, boys. Really weak works. Nice, 2 guys. We can hit I did it right. You guys I'm gonna right too. I'm trying with you. Weak, hit with an 8. I got him. Nice shit. Exceed for shot. 7 near. Elbow. 2. Both of them. Oh, whoa, you got bro. Oh, yeah. Nice shot, bro. Nice shot. Hey on that. They're going mid. Nothing wrap. I'll get you ton of pinch right. Push right. Exceed. Absolute.
They have all the time.
Good check. Give them in. Give them in. He's not. They're gonna spawn yellow. He's already close. Rust and yellow.
I'm ready, Craze. I'm one shot.
Craze, we're ready.
He's I'm one shot. I can only. I'm messing with someone.
One shot on Heady King. Icon. Let me look in a second. Absolute Craze. I crossed. He's close, Heady. Someone look at Rush. Someone's Rush. No, he's back tunnel. I see Rush anymore. He backed up. I'm going tunnel. Come on.
I need you can slow play about It's the one shot dead. I'm 1 HP, bro. I can't try.
You're good. Hold statue. I'm going to Milky.
I'm going to Milky. We can double this.
There's moments in there. I think in particular hearing Purge kind of quarterbacking Snoopy on those wraps, both through tunnel and then back again up to the top. So decent moment here for Boston. Carolina finding themselves on their Achilles heel, moving back over to this very treacherous P4.
And it's the final 15 seconds. They won the rotation this go around. It's just the pressure from Purge through mid lobby, opening up with a double, allows Boston to flip the spawns and then keep this one scrappy. Still going to be up by 35, almost 40 points as we get to our third set. Back over to the P1. And if you're Boston, it's all about these fights over towards Statue, but Nero finds the first.
All Craze, good patience, taking down 2, but Spartan Purge still outwin the duel. Exceed trying to get into the
arms for his team. You are in the driver's seat now to soak up this final 20 and potentially chain it over towards P2, but Nasty ready in, waiting in bottom tunnel, is able to line up a double. Now that forces Exceed to try to do something out of nothing. He gets caught, Boston get the break, and now they're already in your face.
And Nero's just sitting here like, where are my subs? Just continuing to take 1v3 moments, and to be fair, he survived through a lot of it. Lurqxx not having a great game. Maybe a chance to make up for it here, but gets bested by Snoopy. Back over to the hardpoint we go. Nero right back into the mix, but traded by Spart. New guy up, the Sparty Supreme. Gets the trophy down with Nasty there for support, and how about it? The kills come through. Nasty
but Nero making big time plays to just keep his team in it. So 30 seconds here at the P2. Boston are just looking for the opening, and they find it through top mid. Now everyone through the front door.
Yeah, for Boston, this is just cross your T's, dot your I's. Don't do anything crazy. You've got a huge advantage. Don't let Carolina run through you. And as they get cleaned up on their final break attempt, all eyes moving over towards the third hill, but Spart does not predict Craze getting as close as he was through tunnel. So now you've got Burden not quite able to get the pistol up, and Spart's double now has a natural advantage for Boston.
And now you got to clutch up down here. If you are Lurqxx and Craze, or Exceed and Craze, they get two-pieced by Spart. So he single-handedly was the guy that spawns over towards blue side, finds massive gunfight after massive gunfight to lead to the break here for Boston, and they can close it out here at P3 with another clean 4 dead.
All 4 dead again. Oh my goodness, what an absolute incredible map number 1 to this point. One more chance to hit. Nasty covering nicely. And how about it? Welcome back to the league, Chris Cervantes.
Are going to be aware that Boston are ready for this push, but not going to shy away from being the aggressors. Gonna try to get this bomb planted, make it a 4v4 for Boston to find another successful retake.
Oh, Lurqxx is in some trouble already. Oh, my goodness. Break your neck POV right there. He's able to find one behind Nero's first blood. So bomb planted, and how about Carolina? They are not interested in slowing down, just absolutely forcing the fight, and they will wrap though from Carolina. Again, the aggression not going to be scouted at all. It's an absolute feeding frenzy for Craze. Lurqxx right behind him. Craze looking for the very quick ace. He wants it, he can feel it. He's got the pistol, but he can't beat Purge. Shouldn't be an easy chase down, but Purge has gained some good distance here and can reset the 1v2.
Yeah, he definitely wanted to get the ace there, but could have waited an extra second before he went for the chow, so his teammates could have been in the play. Because now Purge completely gets lost. 40 seconds left on the round. Bomb is going to be down towards mid connector. And Purge right now is just enjoying the scenery of exposure.
Yeah. I have to imagine that Carolina will be aware that the bomb is likely down here. Yeah, now Purge has been seen. He is the smoke player, though, so he's got a little bit of an opportunity to reset this. Nice set of shots. That's on to Nero. But with 18 seconds, now a decision has to be made. And Carolina has made theirs. They're going to wait and just kind of double team this out. They're going to keep the gas down here in round 3. Nero going to go up top to ring, try to play a little bit of info gathering off the jump. Exceed gonna try to snipe down low, but he's been stunned. Nasty not interested, and actually Spart's got a good crossing angle from the A site. And how about Purge gonna jump right into the smoke and see if he can kind of wrap behind this Carolina play. He may actually just get Exceed for free here if Exceed's not too careful.
Yeah, you gotta choose wisely. You're gonna turn that corner or not. Nero is able to find one, and Exceed just gets the timing onto Purge. Man advantage now in favor of the Ravens. You're forcing Nasty to get aggressive, and so is Spart through the middle of the map, but the bomb is getting down at B.
Yeah, they're trying to isolate Exceed. They know we've got him completely caught out, but Exceed's been able to find an SMG. Oh no, it's gone completely wrong for Boston. Yeah, it's super bad luck, but that's what happens. You try to play aggressive to try to counter out Carolina. You feel like you've got to also rotate aggressively. You lose out on the COD timing. Carolina looking to still stature up very aggressively on P2. This time it's Snoopy for first blood. Nero blitzed off the top of panels. Nice shots from Spart. And as Exceed was caught at mid, now it's just on to Lurqxx, and he has got the whole Boston army trying to chase him. He does well to catch the first, almost able to find two, but not quite. Set up, but instead hold their ground, and we'll feel things out as the smoke will be tossed by the breach. There's maybe a chance to isolate mid, but not quite yet.
Yeah, Ravens only gained information onto Purge, so they want to try to isolate onto that gunfight, but Purge is making their job very difficult, even if that's a smoke grenade for his team to find the first blood. But Lurqxx on the opposite side, lurking, locates one and is able to get out with his life. So with 40 seconds to go, you have wrapped your way over towards A, but Boston are here.
What a rewrap though for Carolina. They're able to get one back. Lurqxx still showing pressure from the front. Nice shots on the Purge. Trying to find the trade. No, not the case. Help was near.
Especially on the offense. Have won 3 and have yet to lose 1. But now back on defense. Gunfight's already going down. They have the early mana.
Yeah, they're just playing this almost like an overload break off right now. Like, we'll just play the trade game through mid. Smoke will start to fade though, and Exceed will back off. Nero still taking away extra space. May have an opportunity to isolate onto the bomb carrier, and Spart just has no idea. And how could you? Carolina's just flooding the middle of the map. Now down to Nasty, 1v2.
And catches the timing, at least for the first, but doesn't finish his food. And that sets up the other player on the
take a little bit more of a patient approach here initially at B. Same could be said for this 3-man stack at mid. Counter nades being tossed by the Ravens though. SMGs pushing up. Purge and Snoopy both finding one. Snipe shot for Exceed, not going to land, and there's just no way he responds to that follow-up engagement. So Lurqxx with a little bit of space between him and the rest of Boston will have to navigate a full 1v4, 3 more to tally.
Yeah, 55 seconds to work with, and all of Boston are playing the conga line train. Just run around together, play a trade. You're able to spot him if you're Spart and able to get the finishing touches. To stop a potential A plant are now in the mix. Hold the rotation over towards dirt. So Nasty's still gonna think that this is crystal clear to get the bomb planted, but Ravens just get caught on their retake right through mid-zig. Bomb is now down for Boston, man up.
Yeah, Carolina were just looking for timing to see if they can contest that bomb plan. Not the case. Cool. Nice shots from Snoopy on the response to Lurqxx up close and personal. And Exceed's position is now known, and he's able to at least take down 2, but Spart was right there for the trade. Play the long wrap, so now Boston can fully stack for a B defense. Carolina will get on to sight. Good nades though for Boston will land. Snoopy's able to take down 1. That's in the back corner by the boxes. So Spart's watching for the push through, and everyone else from Boston are just saying, Purge, let us know when we can go. But Exceed is able to find the pinch, and that turns into a 3v3.
Yeah, there's just no need for Purge to continue to just run forward. Like, you got the first blood, you have them trapped over towards the B site, but when you gift them that first kill, now they have a route on the way back over towards A. So your teammates who are ready for the push at the opposite site need to rotate back with the bomb already down.
Yeah, and you have to re-clear out bottom window. Nero playing at Sig, Craze floating around the boxes, but Nero will drop. Now it's really on to Craze. What can he do?
He's spotted.
He's being chased, and Snoopy is hunting, but has lost him, so he'll leave him for Nasty. Meanwhile, it's just down to where is Exceed. Now they know where he's at. Easy follow-up in Boston. Now
ticking, and the bomb is on its way over towards this A site again, or at least towards B. Exceed is thinking he has all of this cleared on out, but Boston slipped the net bomb down.
Yeah, Carolina will have an opportunity to try to pinch, but it's very aware to Boston. Spart gets the opening tags. That's Craze who has to back off. This is a big feel out between Nasty and Exceed.
Didn't see him.
Oh, Nasty's gonna be able to find him for free. Oh, goodness, not like this. Snoopy gets another, and Spart with the closeout. We're going the distance to round 11.
4 rounds,
if not possibly better, and that's enough of a call to say if they're pushing through dirt, there's got to be more here. Purge isolated. Nasty able to get a couple of shots back, but 3v3 and Exceed holds the angle. Not expecting that. We're Boston. Snoopy gets a stun behind him and is able to get out, but it's 3v2 now to Carolina.
And they have the bomb down as well, Al. So this only gets more difficult for Spart and Snoopy, as they're both taking different angles here. Exceed just throwing shoulders. He has information onto both that Ravens are playing the bomb down. We need to gun someone.
Nade out, doesn't land. Oh, Exceed pushes through. Snoopy able to find one. Maybe with isolate onto Craze, but Craze will back away. So this would be a 1v3 to try to clutch up the round 11. It's just all about the TDM from here. Bomb will be given up. Snoopy's gonna get a little bit of a lifeline here. Has to commit to A on this angle. Exceed able to watch the opening shots. Snoopy did some more mastery on the map. The breakoff looking pretty good. Purge, really aggressive with this challenge. Is gonna step up, find himself an M15, but Craze for the trade. Boston still hold mid-map.
Yeah, I feel like every time we watch Boston on Den Overload, it's usually within 1 score. Either they're winning or they're losing. And that's because they're usually allowing the opposite team to dictate the game. They allow everyone else to just have the AP in their possession, for them to always have to be on the back foot. And sometimes it doesn't lead to success. You need to be the aggressors. That's why you add a player like Spart to be more consistent in the slaying, but right now do not have the map control, and neither do they have the AP.
But Craze, huge start.
Big 3.
Gets him on 7 in a row and try to hit over towards B. At least that's the visual idea. Boston still putting a lot of focus to make sure no one hits through Couch's side. And Ravens, after they've been pushed back by all these nades, will try to feel things out and see if they can swing it.
Yeah, and this is what Boston do. Just always on the back foot. Like to play on the defensive side and usually bank on their counter caps to get some scores going. And when you find the opening kill, someone takes the risk, and you also find the second. So now you can be the aggressors. This guy just has a pistol. Someone's sending it for the kill. You clean up house, you clean up the kill feed. Now it's your turn to try to go add one to the tally.
Yeah, Lurqxx does hold the line, at least initially through mid. Nasty trying to find a route through Dojo, but shut down. It's over to Snoopy. A quick swing through small, and the help is there. Spartan is able to get himself a score, plus an extra elimination.
Now they're looking to try to chain it to back-to-back here over towards the Dojo spawn. You're just trying to hold down your side of the map. Do not give Ravens the opening there. Looking for, this time you're able to find all 3 in the feed. Snoopy gonna try to locate the last guy. He gets the information. Boston have a chance.
Yeah, and you've got nades all set up, ready to go here. Quick pinch from Purge also on the way. He wins his first. Snoopy flying high, able to turn down to a couple more. Nasty finishes it off, but we need to grab the EMP. Should still be enough with Snoopy blocking spawns to get the score, and it is. And Boston on top of that, off the respawn, in position through rooftops. And how about Chris Cervantes? 10 and 5 for Spart. Snoopy behind the play, creating more problems, and Boston are rolling.
And they have another opportunity to quickly add up on the side of the Ravens. Nothing's going right. We're already going to be at half, because this will be another score.
Feels that way. Spart gets another 2. Can't quite get the third, but some damage surely is there. Nasty to the pistol. Doesn't need it. Just steps foot over the line. Damage already in over here through 10. Pistol, no, not going to be able to get a little extra lease on life. Spart able to find one. Slips, but not fully away. So a chance for Carolina to repossess the EMP. Snoopy working on an extremely long route on the other side of the map meanwhile. Nasty Purge off the respawn, ready to fight. Nades holding them in position. EMP picked up, but there's Snoopy's pinch. Now in play, but hold on a second. Boston don't have any defense over towards B. Little rewrap back through window room. It looks like Exceed should be able to score here.
Oh,
no! Can't quite get through. Spart finds you 2. Make it 3. What an absolute re-debut this has been for Spart, now holding the EMP. So the bus has been parked and mostly put in reverse here, as Nasty almost able to double down and pretty much win the game right there. But with 4-0 on our scoreboard, this will likely still be an anticlimactic finish. And look, I don't want to put the cart before the horse here, because it's Boston playing Carolina, but this just feels much more like the Boston that we came to know and especially at the end of the year last year with their finish at champ, just much more vigorous, much more confident. Bags, I'm sure, is being talked about in the chat right now. 8-21. Woof. And that's enough for Boston with that little follow-up win off the respawn to cleanly take map number 3, 4-0. That is more than a statement. That is sheer dominance in every level of it. And Spart's gonna finish 28, give him 29? No, not quite. 28-16. And all smiles for the Breach Boys. Well, keep in mind that Carolina will have their next matchup versus Vancouver before going into a gauntlet of Optic, G2, and Faze.
Yes, you need this.
Exactly. Then they finish with Cloud9 in Miami. So maybe opportunities there, but we'll see, because like you said, you need this one here. Nice little dance from Purge off the wall. Has him looking for a quick hit over towards the hardpoint, but gets mixed up by Lurqxx. Snoopy there for his trade. But Carolina able to control tempo around mid, will continue to soak up some good time, but they will have an opportunity to fight for this rotation as well, which is big.
Yeah, this is perfect from Carolina. An ideal start that you want on a map like that. And if you can soak up 30+ seconds off P1, great, because that most likely leads to you having the right side of the map for the P2. You already find 2 initial gunfights to go your way. You just can't trade the new guy, because Sparty Supreme almost holds it down there for Boston, but Craze, he's in.
Close, but Boston have 3 members in and around the hard point. 4th on the way. That's Snoopy, who's desperately trying to jump rooftop to rooftop. Lurqxx is still either looking for picks or looking for a jump up. Purge gives you the opener. Exceed tagged by a nade, quick to follow. Craze trying to find some entry through couches, but now this is the only hit right here. Nero able to follow up just enough to find one, but Boston are now spawning behind. Craze is in the blender, and Boston are going to come away with the majority of time here at 2.
Oh, the fact that they're able to manage that hold when Carolina had 2 opportunities at a break there with the back spawns is very typical from a new lineup in Boston. You're able to take the lead with a great P2 hold. Still got 10 seconds here to play with, and now that allows your SMGs to try to take early space. But Nero is able to clear out the corner. Ravens win a rotation over towards P3.
Over towards Dojo, so trying to hold off Boston from both sides at the same time. But the setup is a little bit feeble towards multiple members hitting at the same time. That's exactly what's happening for Boston. 2 hits on either side. Now here comes the full pinch into the hard point. Snoopy trying to find Lurqxx. A couple of tags are through. Carolina quick on the reinforcements over through the backside of the hill, and they will continue to hold with 30 seconds to fight.
Yeah, and now they have the Dojo spawn as well, so they know that Boston has to be working this pinch all through the mid cut. So you should be ready and waiting for these gunfights, but Craze just gets caught. So now you can overwhelm them with the pressure, and that's exactly what Boston are trying to do. While Nasty's working a pitch on the opposite side, but Exceed breeds it to perfection, is able to line up a double while Lurqxx finds the other 2. Hellstorm in the back pocket, and you locate Snoopy. A perfect situation for the Ravens and chaining to P4.
And Lurqxx, yeah, aware that he really can chance to grow their lead here. Little route developing for Snoopy. Over through small, but Nero, Exceed, pick up on both hits at the same time, and Boston have to hit the brakes and wait for the reinforcements to hit here.
Can't go 1 by 1 through the front door because you can't waste any time to work on some of these long routes. We can't give up all this time to the Ravens, so we have to go right into the pit of fire, and Craze already finds the opening. Now you're setting up everybody else to get the trades, and Nero is able to line up a double. All 4 dead. Ravens up by 70 at the ending of this P4, and the ARs are on point.
But Exceed can't get away to hold on to a potential second Hellstorm. Lurqxx will soak up every single second. Get out of here, brother. 50 seconds left to play here on this P1, and it's all Carolina continuing through the hill.
Yeah, they're in the driver's seat, just dominating this game from every front. Another 2 in the feed for Lurqxx. Nero and Craze combined for the last 2. Now you're all of a sudden up by 100. You got multiple Hellstorms as well going forward, and you were just finding every important kill around the map. Boston haven't won a rotation. They haven't set up properly at one of these hard points. That's when you see the score the way you do.
Well, 20 seconds to fight here. Purge able to get himself going with a couple of kills before Nasty takes him out of the picture. Craze trying to put pressure on rotation, and whoa, the timing could not be more awkward. Spart was right next to him. Neither player has seen each other though. So Spart gets over to outer. He's still alive for a little bit, but Craze's position flips the spawns, and Carolina win the rotation to 2.
Yeah, now Boston.
One more. Nice. Nothing. We can time. We can time. Nasty.
I'm hitting mid.
Outer dead.
I'm dead. I'm dead. 2 time. Last 2 time.
Yep. I didn't any of them. One more couch. I'm about to go new.
There's two. Where they're going to be cut. One's going to go up and be cut.
There you go.
Could be cut already.
I saw him close.
I don't see him. I'm holding your guys deep bench. I'm backing up.
Could be close right. Keep holding bench.
Yeah,
Nothing close right. Could be 10. I'm in 10. Heard you?
I'm throwing a trophy needle. I got a trophy needle. I got their side, yeah?
He's stone on me.
All four. 1 shot in her head. 210. I got one more. 1 shot in the head.
Nasty. Wait.
No. I'm blocking. We're good. I'm looking B cut, yo.
I'll give you one. Never. Two front. Actually, I have a weapon on so low-key. They can go mid now.
Well, map control, that's often where we see leaders' advantage really reign supreme. Boston just have to continue to fight for every single second if they want to make this comeback.
It wasn't as chaotic that you usually expect it to be for the Ravens communication because of how simple the gameplay is. It's just about holding down your lane. All right, we clear out the front. Somebody turn around and watch your back. Exceed is consistently finding those timings on those pinch gunfights. And when you're winning every single rotation, yeah, you're in the driver's seat from start to finish. Another clean 4 dead. Lurqxx doesn't even need to use his Hellstorm to close out this game. This has been perfect from the Ravens.
Yeah, it also helps, I was about to say, when you get a game like this out of Lurqxx, allowing Craze to do what he does best and what we saw all year last year in Challengers. Yeah. Knife kills are working out as well. 20, I almost said 26. 25 and 12. Nero finishing
double. Nasty gets the trade, but you still don't have the numbers to reinforce it the way that you want to. And now Craze is hitting you with dirty routes. This is game over.
Yep. Sure feels that way. And this time that pinch almost works out for everything, but doesn't make a difference, like you said.
You're keeping Boston on the back foot, consistently having to watch the pinch, and now everyone rats back over towards Laundry for the first bullet on your bomb carrier. Yeah, it might be GG already.
Yeah, Snoop, I get it, but like we've got laundry control. That feels a little over aggressive, and Exceed will punish with an impressive shot to be sure. Spart, Purge, both caught outside laundry, both will drop, no problems there. And yeah, I just
the stuns are able to connect to find that opening first blood. So that's already 45 seconds gone away, and now Purge in a position to at least keep a bomb safe.
Spart tag, Purge, cheeky corner.
That's bomb carrier.
Gives you first blood. Oh, and then the jump up, he's able to force a team kill and get another. Plus shots to Exceed. Final shots will be landed through Art. But yeah, another moment. A couple of early nades being shown for both teams, either from or to driveway. Oh, how about this? Lurqxx just aggressive through poolside. Able to get the first, and here we go again. And we should know that there's some timing here. That's better. No hesitation. You're going to clear out the backside of laundry. Shoulders, Craze, seen, but how can we isolate this? Back over to jungle. Craze able to at least get one. Should be isolated here, but if you can get another, that'd be insane. Not the case. Snap towards Nero, decent, but Nasty not able to win that battle, and Spart will fall directly. Wow, that trophy is doing its job, tell you what. Craze having some trouble getting out of here. Lurqxx trying to keep basketball held, but with only a sub, has to be cautious. Back over to Tiki now he goes. Tough gunfights from here. Oh, but the finesse is decent. Tries to stay alive through the water, not the case. Repinch through money window. Has Craze set up, or is he? Nade under the corner will work. Nero to follow. And another quick round likely to hit here, and it is.
Yeah, that's good stuff from Boston.
Yeah, it sure seems to but it's a tough gunfight over the car. There's help nearby. But Nasty stays alive, tries to come back as the bomb is planted 3v4.
And now you have information that's at least 2 players on the pinch. So if you're Boston, try to be the aggressor on the opposite side of the map where you had the advantage, but now you are trapped. Someone's got to clutch up.
Yeah, they've been conditioned to not push too far up through laundry, and that's exactly why. Exceed gets Snoopy, but the first 2 kills in this exchange go the way of Boston. 2v2. Spart showing some force over through ringside. Exceed can't quite find him with the scope, and Spart finds another. Just down to Nero. And whoa, good shots to Purge, but Spart will have the final word on that. How far do the Ravens choose to take this play? And not much further as, yep, Spart will ring out a shot through jungle. And that will be the line in the sand. Bomb planted behind this play. Now it's the question of how to Boston retake.
Oh, and Spart finds the kill. So now this is going to send in Purge to just hit the go button, but he gets caught by Craze. So a 3v3 turns into a 2v2 after Spart finds his second on the round.
Yeah, but Nero there for support, and then Exceed still holding over towards topside art for the breach.
This is hard.
Craze, the one watching from water stairs, has been tagged, still alive, and there's help nearby. Lurqxx for first blood. Smoke allows Carolina to stay here. Nero gets you a second. Spart through the smoke. Good hip fire, but nothing more. Just down to Nasty. 1v3. Catches the first. Stays alive. Plenty of time to work with as well.
And just don't give him a one-on-one gunfight if you're Exceed and Craze. Just run around as an army of two. Or forcing to beat you by getting the bomb down, but you have the information. The bomb's right in front of your Craze. Throw your shoulders, get the info, and now just don't 1v1 gunfight this.
Yeah. Seed playing a deeper angle by the cutout window. Tags. Off the wall. Nice little pogo stick there. First look that we've had from Carolina through mid. Snoopy, who's played this water steps angle before. Well, this time he's pushed off, and there's just not enough help to have Exceed into a tricky spot. So first blood for Carolina. Now the refocus, pivoting back over towards A as the Boston defense have bid on the play, at least initially, to stop anything over towards B.
Yeah, but Carolina still haven't made the decision on where they want the play to go, because they know that Boston are looking to make up for it in the numbers. Just trying to catch a lurker, potentially with his pants down. And you still have Craze singing towards the middle of the map. A couple shots go down the water steps. Let me just set him up for that kill. Even though Spart's able to find one, man advantage still Ravens.
Oh, Craze gonna try to force this gunfight and wins it. Last player money window. Craze has the advantage, and of course is gonna chow it outright. And Carolina are gonna take the series by way of the 2-4-5
victory going to the Royal Ravens. Joining us now is Exceed to talk about it. Exceed, we're about to see the Falcons versus Vegas, and you just played the Falcons. What was different between last match last week and this match to open up week 2?
Honestly, probably nothing. I think we played the exact same way. I just think that Falcons are a better team, and you know, we managed to capitalize on things this series, but we have a lot to work on.
You do, but where is your strength right now, if there is any?
I mean, S&D and Overload, the Overload was so uncharacteristic of us. Overload we've been really good at. You know, I think we're having a problem right now, and it's a really good problem to have because it's easy to fix, where we're doing the really hard things in the maps correctly. If you go back and you watch any of our maps and you're seeing us break hills or anything hard, we're doing all the hard things correctly. And then when it comes to just holding a hill or, you know, just making a simple read, that's what we're messing up on. And it sucks, but it's one of the easiest things to fix.
Fixable.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, you guys are at that crossroads where you're trying to become a top team and you got to break through, and it's difficult. So I want to ask you, how are you guys navigating that as a team? When you guys are watching VOD, what are those discussions like, and what's the one takeaway you have from the map that everybody's been talking about?
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about Colossus?
Yes. We played it again.
You shall not be named.
I'm gonna air this out. And I don't give a fuck. We're good at Colossus. You gotta watch our fucking scrims. We're good at Colossus.
1-7. You are 1-7 now.
0-8.
Oh, sorry, 0-8.
I don't care. We're 0-8. We're good at that map.
We're good.
It's our best map.
How do we get scrim Colossus to match Colossus then? Because that's all I'm hearing is the frustration of practice not translating to the matches.
I'm playing it till we win it.
I love it.
Under our belts. All that matters.
I love it.
I love it, Exceed.
Fantastic.
Exceed, we love having you. I wish we could do a podcast with you today, one of my favorite guests. But for now, we got to go to Falcons Vegas. Who do you have winning?
No bad juju, not picking a team.
Good man. Smart brain. We'll see you later.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Our
I'll be
first-
honest, their ass at Colossus.
Hey, 0-8, bro. I tried to give them a free dub. I tried to let them just take them up. Anyway,
They
let's
gotta
talk
stand
about
up,
Vegas
the way I
Faze.
expected.
They're our first team in match number 2. They wear pink. Take a look.